Hi, Shalom, Israel. Right back to it. We getting into it. Line 3 today. It's gonna be sin is transgressing, disobeying God's laws, which are instructions. So really quick, we're just gonna get to it. All right, let's see. I'm actually pull the scripts up today. Let's see. All right, we're gonna get 1 John 3:4. Salaki. All right, here we go. So it reads, 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So one more time. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So that's plainly what sin is. All right, we're gonna go to because this is the problem right here. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 14:12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So sin is nothing more than the transgression of the law. And it goes into other things too, which we're going to go ahead and get. We'll get James 4:17. And it reads, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So when actually these scriptures that I'm putting on here to just give a better understanding, obviously they're not on the paper, but it's just to break it down just a little bit, more clear, to where there's no questions. But questions are good. But as it reads, it says, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and do it if not, to him it is sin. So that actually goes into so when just to break it down real quick, get an understanding. When you know better and you don't do it, that you're sinning, period. And it's gonna be marked against you. Now I know the discrepancy too with it is you got a lot of people out here, especially brothers and sisters, teaching that the law is done away with. But we're gonna cut that up real quick. So to get this is therefore to him that knoweth to do good, and it says therefore to him that knoweth to do good and do it if not, to him it is sin. That goes into Leviticus. Leviticus, what's that? 1 second. Leviticus 5. That's this right here. Leviticus 5. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Leviticus 5:17. It's another one too. we're gonna get the understanding completely. So I'm gonna start at 15. So this is Leviticus chapter 5, verse 15. It says, if a soul, this is the law, if a soul commit a trespass and sin through ignorance, meaning you don't know, right? See how perfectly go together. In the holy things of the Lord, then he shall bring forth his trespass. Obviously, we don't do this anymore. That's the only thing the Messiah done away with. The Hamashiach, YAHAWAH. The world ignorantly calls us Jesus. But it says, he shall bring forth his trespass unto the Lord, a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering. All right, so we're going to jump down to 17. So it says, and if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, being Yahawah, the Most High God, the only God, the creator of heaven and earth. It says, though he wist it not, so though he know it not, yet he is guilty and shall bear his iniquity. So you go back to James 4:17, it says, therefore to know, matter of fact, it says, therefore to know, therefore to him, Salakia, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth not, to him it is sin. So, just like it say in, well, I ain't gonna go too deep. Like, this is babes drink milk, so we just keep it simple. But I'm gonna show you that scripture, Leviticus 5:17, and this is gonna be a short video. Start at 15. So right there, you see it? If a soul commit a trespass is a transgression. Same thing, the 1 John 3:4. For sin is a transgression of the law. Same thing with trespassing. Okay, so it says, if a soul commit a trespass and sin through ignorance, meaning you don't know, in the holy things of the Lord, being Yahawah, the Most High God, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Lord a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering, which we don't deal with no more, because that's why Yahawah came and died, and he became the ultimate sacrifice, to where we don't have to do that anymore. All right, so we jump down to 17. It says, and if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, though he wist it not, yet he is guilty and shall bear his iniquity. So ain't no getting away from this thing. All right, so it's just that simple. Moving on, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab this. So I hope this is making sense, because it can go deeper, but I want to keep this as simple as possible. Matter of fact, I'm gonna actually go into it. So here we go. So it says, because it's needed. Gotta get it up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get nice with these scriptures. So, all right, Proverbs 24:9. It says, the thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men. Once again, the thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is abomination to men. So just the thought. So you could sin just with thinking. That's why I say that in the scriptures, the heart is wicked above all things. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. So let's go ahead and prove this real quick. Let's get something out the way. So that's all. That's the whole line right there. That's as simple as it is. Now we finna go ahead and show you that still sticks. We're gonna quit making our hoping further, as it says in Revelation. Basically, Yahawah was sacrificed a second time. Who you call Jesus, Yahawah, he was sacrificed a second time. He was crucified a second time, because They're putting doctrines on him that he did not push. He spoke the words of the Father, and then they basically just destroy his whole image, because what you stand for is your image too. So that's what it means when it talks about that in Revelation. Now, 5:17. We're gonna go ahead and end this. It says, this is all red letters. So this is the Messiah talking. Hamashiach, or Hamashiach, YAHAWAH. It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Think not, don't even get it in your mind, that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Now that's your homework right there. Go into the dictionary. If you want to go further, which you should, go into the Greek and go into the Hebrew, because Matthew is actually written in Hebrew. All right. Now, and look up the word fulfill. That's all you got to do, because people don't understand what fulfill actually means. But I'm not gonna get into all that. Now it says, he's telling you he can't. If he's not destroying it, he's not getting away with it. So if he's not destroying it, where is it going? Oh, it's just gonna sit in the corner. So that means it's still around, even if you want to be petty and say that. You want to be ignorant and say that. Next line, it says, 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle, that's a very small piece, shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. So all these prophecies have to come pass. How? Because if he was to destroy himself, that's why he told, that's why he said in the scriptures, YAHAWAH, he said, basically he was telling them, because they didn't know that he was the Messiah, obviously, and he was telling them that the prophets wrote of him. They wrote of him before time. Moses speak of him, which is in Deuteronomy 18. Now, if he was to come and destroy those prophets, what he mean by that when he says, till all be fulfilled, he's talking about the prophecies that was written that contains, that he's a part of. So if he was to destroy the prophets, he's basically destroying his second coming, because that's all the prophets talked about. A lot of people think all these prophecies came to pass. They haven't come to pass yet. We're going to prove it. We're going to go to Isaiah, and we ain't going to go too deep, because it's going a little, this might be a little bit too much. We're going to start at 15. What was Isaiah talking about? It says, let's see, I should start at, we're going to start right here. We're going to start at 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. So we already know that's talking about the day of vengeance, the day of wrath. To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. It says, 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together. So there you go. You still cannot eat. You can't eat pork. Quit letting these wicked Jeremiah 23 false prophets tell you that. That's a lie. It's the biggest lie I've ever heard one. The boldest lie I've ever heard one. All right. Back to the regular scheduled program. Deprogramming. All right, so it says, We're going to go to 1 Samuel. It's going to further prove this thing. We're going to get up out of there. We're going to go to 1 Samuel 15:23. We're going to start at 23. It says, you know your history, so you should be familiar with this account. 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 23. For rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. So when you're being stubborn, you basically worship yourself. That's basically what that's saying. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, being Yahawah, he hath also rejected thee from being king. So this is basically the account when Saul, being the first king of all Israel, he lost the kingdom. Because he lost the kingdom for what I just told you. He wanted to do his own thing. But in specifics, we're going to get it. 24, it says, and Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned. Samuel being a prophet, a revered prophet of Israel. They used to be scared of Samuel. But it says, and Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. And that's completely off. He went off so hard. We're gonna get that in Isaiah. So that was a sin. He said he sinned by doing that. He sinned by fearing man. People don't even know this. Look, watch this. All right, 51, 11, I believe. Yeah, 51. No, 51:12. So, all right. So it says, Isaiah chapter 51, verse 12. I, even I, am he that comfort you. So this is Yahawah talking. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? So that basically ticks the father off. Because he basically saying we're not rolling like that. How do we know that? Let's go to the New Testament, the New Testament. Same book. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Right here. Got a few more scriptures and then we'll be done. It says, nope, that's not it. So like, yeah. Let's see. Hold on. 2 Timothy 7. The 2 Timothy. It's like, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear. So that's why that ticks him off. Because he told you. He didn't even give you the spirit of fear. So what is Saul doing fearing man? And not fearing the Most High, by obeying his words, his commandment. So for God have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So you're supposed to be solid in this thing. We're not worried about no damn heathen. Because that's exactly what it was. He was dealing with heathen, worrying about what they think, what they're talking about, what they're going to do, what man can do to you. So I say in the scriptures, fear not them that can kill the body, but him that can, kill the body, I believe, and the soul, the spirit. Roughly paraphrasing. Now we're going to get these last scriptures and we're going to get bored of it. So this is First Chronicles, just to further prove YAHAWAH. So we just went, he said in Matthew 5:17 that think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. Because if he do that, he destroys himself. Because that's what Isaiah was talking about in Isaiah 66:15 down. Did he come with a chariot of fire when he first walked the earth? No. Did he destroy anybody for eating the mouse and the abomination? No. That's talking about Isaiah was talking about the second coming. He was way ahead. So if he coming to punish people for eating the swine flesh and the mouse and the abomination, how could the law have been done away with? And then he just told you. See how they twist that up? Now let's go ahead. Let's go to 1 Chronicles 16 and 15. Fifth, 16 and 15. It says, starting right here. I should have started Leviticus. That's why I'm going to go back and get Leviticus. It says, 1 Chronicles 16 and 15. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. So this thing, the word is not going nowhere. We in Chronicles. This is before the New Testament. He commanded this to 1,000 generations. 1,000 generations had passed by the time YAHAWAH walked earth. So they still had work to do. That's why he came and said that. He said, let's get this settled first. Let's get this established first. It said, even of the covenant which he made with Abraham, and of his oath unto Isaac, and hath confirmed the same. So this thing is an inheritance. It's passed down. It's a fresh hand-me-down. Right? And have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. Even though we're going to have the new covenant. Okay? Even. Now, let's go back to Leviticus 16:31, I believe. We gotta jump down. All right, so it says, verse 30, we start. It says, for on that day, okay, we start at 31. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever. So that's forever. So this talking about the Day of Atonement with the Sabbath. The Sabbath. Key words you got there. This is you have a statute forever. So how? And the statutes is where? They're in the law. So how could the law be done away with? Undercut. Now, go to. I'll get these in order. Psalms. Let's get Psalms. Psalms 119. We're almost done. 160. It says, thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. Judgments. It say, thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. How could it be forever if there's going to be taken away? That would contradict that statement. They wouldn't endure forever. David telling you, I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. So you got these lying, crooked, despisers, scorners of the word, hearers of the word, but not doers. Don't want to be doers. You know, and not loving the law, and, you know, just being liars, just being abomination. All right? Now, I mean, you could just see the scriptures. Everything just lines perfectly up. Let's get one more. Isaiah. This should bring it home. Isaiah 40:11. Let's see. Right now, 48. It's like it say, the grass withered, the flower faded, but the word of our God shall stand forever. It's a wrap. That's just what it is. Forever. We need to see those forever statements. So I think we should be clean. I think that should be understanding. And I think it should be it. And it go much deeper than that. I'm going to end on this, though. You've been showed enough. Alright, we're just going to end on this. 14:12. Let me link it. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So you're going to do your diligence and find out whether or not Pastor Porchop is lying to you or not. You're going to do your diligence. I mean, you on the video, and we pulling the scriptures this time to actually put them in front of you. Okay?